Do you know that fear is your greatest enemy? The reason why you are not doing what you're supposed to do to better your life, the reason beneath it could be fear. People think that we only have like fear of failure, but I guarantee you that there is this fear that sabotages people's success in life that is called fear of success, fear of being seen, fear of putting yourself out there, fear of what if I become, famous? What if I become successful? All those what if. Fear is your greatest enemy. Fear can sabotage your future. Fear can sabotage that woman that you so desire to be. That man that you so desire to be. That, business that you want to build for yourself. Fear could be beneath the reason why you are not even giving it a try. Hi, my name is Augustina. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of tuning in, you're highly welcome. I am Amazon published author of 8 books. I am a mom and I am into healthcare. If you like what I do, why not join my soul tribe by subscribing to my channel, to be officially part of my visual community. Here, we challenge you to want to work on yourself, to become the best version of yourself, to believe in yourself. You learn how to love yourself. You learn, I share tips and ideas, my thoughts on how to, implement on yourself, to work on yourself, to believe again in yourself. Muslims, there are many women out there who have gone through all kinds of, ugly, brutal experiences in life, and that they have come to a point where they are like giving up on themselves. They don't believe that they can amount to anything again. They don't believe that they are lovable. They don't believe that there's anything good about them. They have given up. They have, settled to believe in the lies that they have been heaped on. The lies that they have allowed other people to speak into their life. I think it is Zig Ziglar that said that you are where you are in life because of what you have allowed into your mind. And he said that if you want to change the way your life is, change how you think. Okay? Choose mindfully what you allow into your mind. If these are the kinds of videos that you would like to watch, then you are on the right channel. Okay? If you're already part of my soul tribe, if you're already part of this visual community and you have been following me all these years, liking and sharing my videos, I love you from the bottom of my heart. I thank you for your support. I appreciate you all. I love you from the bottom of my hand, and I say thank you so much. Today I want to speak on fear. Fear are holding so many people out there, both men and women. There are people who know that they need to change something in their life. They even know what to do to bring that positive change. Probably in your relationship, in ministry, in work-wise, in your career. But the problem is fear. I mentioned fear of success or fear of failure. But there is another one that is fear of what people will say. Fear of what people will think. This is most especially people who are in a relationship, who have been brainwashed, made to believe all the lies, told out there. People who have been boxed into how the society wants you to look like, to think, to behave, to act. You allow society to determine for you how you are going to make your decisions. You allow the system. And when I say system, I am not only talking about the media. I'm not talking about the government. I'm also talking about how people are being brought up by their parents. Okay, you allow the fear of your parents to be transmitted into you. You become a carryover. You carry over most of the fears of your parents. Okay, subconsciously, you don't know that the fear you thought is yours is something that you inherited from your parents, something that is being transmitted like a virus, like a disease through your bloodline, energetically, spiritually, vibrationally. You are infused by the fears of your parents. Many of you out there are carrying all these generational fears, and you think it is all about you. You can unlearn all these things. You can heal from all these things. You can cleanse yourself from all these things. You can detach. How? By education. It is only through education. You need to educate and re-educate yourself on the power of fear. The power of fear. How fear holds you down. Even the church culture Because there is when we talk of culture, culture is not only traditional, that of where you were born, state, your country. I'm not talking about that culture, okay? I'm talking about Christian culture, the church culture. When you know what culture means, then you understand that we find culture even in your workplace. The administration of your workplace, they have their culture, how they want you to, to dress, how they want you to reason, what they want you to believe. Culture shapes our belief system. Culture shapes what we believe of ourselves. Culture shapes how we think, and how we think shapes how we act, and how we act shapes our life, both present and our future. Culture can change that. You end up sabotaging yourself because of fear of what others think, how they are going to judge you, how they are going to criticize you. Culture, church culture. It's not only about your origin. When I talk of culture, I don't only mean about your origin. I mean where you belong, where you choose to belong, the circle you choose to keep, the relationships you choose to keep. In ministry, in church, in workplace, culture. We have culture in so many places. So it's not only the institution that shapes us. It's not only our parents that shapes us. Schooling system, at the end of it all, it's all centered, on system. How the system shapes our life. First of all, they shape our parents or our caregivers. The way they trained you, the way they shaped your belief system, ended up shaping the person you think and you believe you are. And from your caregivers or from your parents, now we talk of that of schooling. The schooling system shapes how you see yourself. Many young people today, that school culture, the system, they were all boxed in one box. How can you put all the students in one box? You give them the same type of education. You give them the same type of training. You give them the same type of information. And at the end of the 5 years or 10 years of schooling, they are now mature, they are now adults, and they come out more confused because they come out like zombies. And at the end of it all, they find it impossible to find a place in the world. School doesn't help you to emerge on individual level. The school doesn't help you to know who you are, to discover your potentials. You are not exposed on a personal level. You are not being helped to discover yourself, the man or the woman you want to be. How you are wired on the inside. The school only gives you the information. They don't give you the tool. And that's why when you come out, you're more confused. The same thing is happening in the church. You must follow the code. There is a dress code. There is behavioral code. There is, thinking code. Everything, the mental set code. You must look alike. And that's why you see many people in the church today. They behave like zombies. There is one man of God I used to say on Facebook. Sometimes I do watch his videos. I love this his slogan. He says, to whom brain is given, sense is expected. How do you expect sense from people who their brain has been coded to think alike? They are not being exposed and encouraged to use their sense. That's why you see people with brain, but without sense. You see where at the end of it all, you see people gripped with fear. Fear of what people will think of me. Fear of if I have to think different and act different. Maybe I risk being excluded. People work hard to fit in. Even though they know deep within them that place, that environment that they are trying to fit in is slowly eating them up from the inside. They know very well that they are dying slowly on the inside. But because of the fear of what people will say, how people will see them, how people are going to judge them, it keeps them stuck in that place. They sabotage their life, their future. They remain stagnant. They refuse to work on themselves because working on yourself means exposing what you have on the inside. You cannot work on yourself and remain the same. You cannot work on yourself and not grow. Many people are afraid of growth. Many people are afraid of change. There are so many kinds of fears out there. The power of fear. How fear sabotages our beautiful future. And if you're a parent watching this video, don't let what happens to you happen to your children. You can break that generational curse of fear. Bondage of fear. You can break it. That fear can stop you. Don't let it happen to your children. Don't let your children inherit fear from you. Allow your children to discover themselves, to discover whom God has made them to be, to explore who they are from the inside out. Allow them to fly. Give your children wings to fly. Don't allow fear of them making mistakes push you to keep them in a box and cage them. Allow your children, give them wings to fly. Open that cage and let them free. Open that box and let them free. If you want to remain in the box, if you choose to remain in the cage, you can stay there. But if you're a parent watching this video, it's going to be a big error and a tragedy that you allow what happened to you happen to your children. That you allow your children to be a carryover. Don't let that happen. I'm the last person. I am the last woman, maybe in this generation, as a minister, that will allow what I have learned, that I know deep down me the truth, that all those things, not all of them are truth. That I have to filter the things that are allowed to enter my mind. The things I read, the things I watch, I have to filter it, because God gave me brain. To whom brain is given, sense is expected. I will be the last person on earth to allow my children to be a carryover of mental programming, to be a carryover of what the system, the wrongs of the system, I will be the last woman on earth, the last minister that will not allow my children to explore life. Guiding them with the truths, not only the one I read in the Bible, but the truths of men and women that God put out there, full of wisdom. Okay? Through inspirational books, motivational books. I want my children to go to school, but I want them to know that they are different from every other student in that class. I will always remind them, you are different. Dare you be different. Dare you stand out. Don't you ever allow anybody to intimidate you. Don't you ever allow anybody to box you or to cage you. Dare to stand out. Dare to be you. This is what I tell my children every blessed day. I tell them, you are not me. And I don't want you to be like me. Be you. Be yourself. Be everything you are wired by your creator to be. Don't let the student institution to cage you or box you. Don't let the system to cage you or box you. Don't let the church culture or culture of your origin to... You on a personal level is an individual. You are special. You are specially created. You are specially made. And if you are specially made, specially created, there is a reason for that. There is a purpose for that. You have to find that reason. You have to find that purpose and align your life. Align everything you have learned. Everything that you have learned from school, from your parents, from the institution, from the church, you have to align it to match that's your purpose, not the other way around. You should never sell your birthright for any culture, for any system. Don't let fear stop you. Don't you ever let fear sabotage the best life that God has in store for you, because you are meant to stand out. You are meant to be you. You are meant to be unapologetically you. Am I communicating? Thank you for watching so far. If you love this video, why not share it with others? If you haven't done so, subscribe and like. Don't forget to press the notification button. I love you. God loves you. How about you?